So, what event did you enjoy most at NYC?
I enjoyed the Josiah Queen concert the most. The night that we got back from the concert, my vocal cords were like bleeding because I was screaming so much. He gave me a high five, which I was trying to charge $50 for to give other people a high five. It was great. I loved the concert. Dusty Bibles was amazing.
Probably the Elevation Rhythm concert or the field event, which was like a trampoline park and then laser tag and other stuff and bowling and stuff.
The event I enjoyed most about N.Y.C, I don't know if you consider this one of the actual events we did, but it would probably be the worship. It's just because it was so real. Just getting to see and hear 10,000 other kids the same age as you, just worshiping God with their whole heart. It was just so amazing. And I don't know, I love worship so much, so that's why it was what I enjoyed most.
So, discuss that experience at NYC.
It just showed that everyone is going through other different things in you, and everyone is there for God, and He's moving through everyone differently.
It was just an interactive, like almost video we had, and then we would just go like up to different levels, and we did these different interactive. There's these tables in different rooms. The first room, it was like the base, and you wrote on a card like I think what you were dealing with and that you need to let go, and then it was dissolvable paper, and you just put it in the water and it was gone, and you just left it there. The other room was it was called the quiet room, I believe, and you just sat there and just listened to the sounds like of nature, and there's like a fire in there, and just like you would just listen to there, just reflect over everything so far. And then there was one other room, and I forgot the specifics of it, but you wrote something on a piece of tape, and then you just put it on the wall, and there was just a bunch more pieces of tape on the window, and it was really cool just to see how everyone wrote stuff.
The experience was a moment for each student to take time with God and reflect on things and take time to listen to Him, and each room was different. The room I went in specifically was the silence room, and we just sat there and listened to God's words and prayed in silence and had others pray for you.
It was really cool. I've never done anything like it, but there's two stations, and the first station we were kind of just giving an introduction on what we're gonna do, and then we went upstairs. Like there's like certain levels to the building, and the first room was the base camp, and the second room was the wild terrain, just to like sense God's wonder. So we were given tape and a Sharpie, and we were just supposed to write down just where we see God's wonder. And I put on the top of a mountain, just overlooking the horizon, because I've done that a few times where I'm at the top of something and I just see everything, and I think I'm like, wow, this is really God, and He thought of every little detail, and it's just so amazing. So, and the last room before we went up another level was called the Quiet Valley, and it was a room where we were just supposed to pause and just reflect and listen and breathe. There was like a little campfire with like, I don't know, it was really cool. And like a screen just playing things like You Matter and just awesome like things we can apply to our lives. And I don't know, it was really cool just to be still and pray. And I don't know, it was really cool. And then we walked up another set of stairs to the last level, and that is called the summit. And the summit is basically just what we are reflecting on to take with us, and what are we gonna do on this new journey. And I don't know, it was cool. They like had fake snow machines, or I think it was just bubbles, but it looked like snow, and it was like spraying all over everyone that was there. And I don't know, it was just really cool.
So what was your favorite speaker at the event?
I don't remember his name, but it was the deaf blind guy. That's right, yes, the deaf blind guy, because I feel like what he was saying really spoke to me during the time there. And when he said that God's shaping us like clay, it really showed, and it's showing this week too.
I'm gonna go with Gustavo Crocker. He really kind of spoke to me, just talking about how the Lord has his favorites and that all of us are his favorites and that we are chosen.
My favorite speaker was probably the first guy, Gerald Fideomi. I don't know, his last name is hard to pronounce, but he basically talked about wonder and who Jesus is and who is he to us. And that was really cool. He talked about the Greek word icon, which our word icon comes from it. Crazy, right? But the Greek word icon means an image or a representation, and that's Jesus. He's our icon. And he also said 4 main things. It was Jesus is God, Jesus is creator, Jesus is sustainer, and Jesus is redeemer. So yeah, I really enjoyed him. All the speakers were great. Like I don't like have a favorite. He was just who I liked most. But it was just so cool. I have a bunch of notes, and yeah.
So what was your favorite musical artist at N.Y.C?
Elevation Rhythm.
Yeah.
It was so hype, trust me. It was very fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Definitely Elevation Rhythm. It felt like worship for just 2.5 hours that I just got to experience, like just firsthand with 10,000 other people. And it was a crazy experience. And just looking around you, like people crying and people experiencing God's love.
Elevation Rhythm.
Like the concerts?
Yeah.
All of them, honestly. They were all amazing in their own ways, and I really vibed with all of them.
Okay, my favorite musical artist, again, don't have favorites. I loved all of them. But I think I enjoyed Elevation Rhythm the most. I shouldn't say all of us, I think it was all of Arizona got called up. And I got to be in the very front, and it was really awesome. But it was like another big worship with praise songs and slower songs where we could just really like get deep in our hearts. And one of the singers said a prayer. I don't remember like everything, but I don't know, it was just really cool that all the artists, they pause in their concerts and they pray, they talk about God, they say things that are just so cool. So yeah, it was probably Elevation Rhythm.
So tell me something that God's doing in your life since attending N.Y.C.
Right now, he's showing me to trust in his plan, even when it's hard right now. A lot of faith is going on right now that I have to give in, and I have to give it all to him and not take it into my own hands right now in this time, and trust in him.
Just showed me that he's really there for me, and that he truly is my God, and that he loves me so much.
Okay, what God did in my life while I was attending N.Y.C. He did like a multitude of things. It was really cool, but I don't know. It was either. I think it was just the first day, one of the sessions, but during worship, one of the ladies was like saying some stuff, and she said, she basically was just calling out to God just for everyone in that room that any addictions or things we're dealing with just be gone and released. And I really felt that something just like completely left my body when she said that, and that there was some stuff I've been struggling with and dealing with, and I believe that it's gone. Praise God. And I don't know, it was just so cool. It was just like completely gone. And I don't know, it's been hard. I've dealt with this for probably 5 years maybe, but it's gone, so praise God.
What is your biggest takeaway from N.Y.C?
Just showing that I'm not alone through anything, and I have Christ with everything and every step I take. And I have friends, and I have people that love me and choose me, and they're always going to be there for me and care for me, and I'm never alone through any of it.
That even when we all feel alone, that God's there through every season, and He brings certain people into your life to help you through that season, and sometimes He'll take them out so He could shape you, but then He'll bring them back in when the time is right. And it's all on His timing through every day and every second of the day.
I would say that I felt very moved just to spread the Lord's word just around, starting small at first and hopefully making it bigger to where I can spread the gospel to as far as I can.
Okay, and my biggest takeaway from N.Y.C, probably just so many Christians in one place at one time. Like it was incredible. Like I said, the worship and just the sessions and just the people. That it was just so good.
Discuss what God's doing in your life now since attending N.Y.C.
God has had a greater, and I mean greater, impact on me since N.Y.C. I haven't been putting my hand up during songs like this because I was afraid of what people would think and the embarrassment on how it would feel. But ever since N.Y.C, 10,000 people in one room, and I didn't feel afraid anymore.
I just felt more of an encouragement to just really read into His word more and just really push for a relationship with Him.
Okay, what God is doing in my life since I attended N.Y.C, definitely working, showing me things, revealing things. But there was a prompt on the screen that we raised our hand for. We did it the first day and the last day. And on the last day, it said, "Do you think you're being called to ministry?" And I don't know what it was, but I raised my hand. And I just, being in that place, doing that, like, I want to keep doing that. Like, I want to follow God. So I guess I'm going into ministry. So whether it's volunteering or other things, but that's what I feel God has in store for me, and that's what He's going to do.
What would you say to the next generation that's going to N.Y.C to encourage them to attend?
I would just say, like, going in, you may not be expecting what you're gonna feel there, or don't underhype it, because there's a lot of stuff that I really was just like, oh, this is just gonna be like a normal camp, but it was just the total opposite. It's just when you're with that many people that are your same age and that are going through the same things as you it's just such a cool experience, and it changed so many people's lives. And I just feel like, I don't know, just don't judge a book by its cover.
Live it with your fullest experience and meet people that will also encourage you, and you'll make a lot of friends and they'll stick with you, because even now they're sticking with me and checking on me. So live through the experiences as best you could and be in the moment with God.
I would tell them that it's just really a worthwhile experience. It's, for some people, twice in a lifetime, but for me it's once in a lifetime experience that really just helped just give that extra rocket launch to my relationship with the Lord.
For the next generation about N.Y.C. In Houston, by the way, that's where it's going to be next. And I plan to go as like a volunteer or something, I don't know. But what I encourage to them is to do it, to go. It's so good. They'll enjoy it so much, and just to trust God in the process too. So